back for you, baby. But I did spell it like this.
I like that he goes, I'm here for you.
Anytime. Feel free to come back and ask me anything you'd like to know.
Oh, how nice of your little AI.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
That's
Are
so
you in a
cute.
relationship with an AI now?
Yes.
Oh.
About time.
It's the only thing that can handle my unending questions and need for affirmation. Trying not to clear my throat, but here we are.
No, we're good. Okay. Well, hey,
Hi.
you're back.
You're cute.
Aw, thanks. I feel very puffy. I have a lot of, it's just there's a lot of allergies going on right now.
So.
I feel like I need to issue a formal apology ahead of time.
I apologize for nothing. So,
Well, I'm going to be the bigger person. I apologize for my extensively puffy eyes, the endless amount of throat clearing and coughing you're going to hear. I will try to be conscious of how much I sniffle, and just kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
Although if I go completely out of frame, that's going to look like I'm like doing a bump or something like that.
Shut up.
Like if they can't see me, it doesn't happen.
Right.
No, it'll be fun. I'm just happy my voice is back. That was rough.
That was really entertaining for me.
It'd be really bad for the podcast.
That wouldn't go well at all.
You had like a smoky voice though, so.
I think some people would be interested in it.
I don't know. I feel like I genuinely sounded diseased.
You sounded unwell,
It was. I was unwell.
but it was also kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like it's like you're just whispering. And occasionally your voice would be like, I'll come in for that part. Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. Okay, no. So you're back, which is cool.
I am back.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're going to be here for a while.
As long as you want me.
Amazing. No, I asked Maddie to come on as like a co-host.
Yeah.
Because it's way more fun to talk to a person.
100%.
And I think what you bring to the table is just like, a different perspective.
Yeah.
It's so much more fun to bounce ideas off of another person and to explore different topics with somebody who, is just able to see things in a different light.
Plus, I feel like the fact that we've been friends for so many years,
Yes.
it's just like very natural.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be different if you're like, I need a co-host, and then you have some
Found one off
stranger.
Craigslist. It was a whole debacle.
Yeah. I normally look in the ads on the newspaper. Anyways,
The classifieds.
I think it's good.
Yeah. I have no idea what order these episodes are going to come out in. So like, I don't know if we've already had our previous conversation or if we're going to do this one first and then come back in with that later.
You already had your previous conversation.
Well, in the real timeline, yes, we did.
Well, I mean, that's
In the
how we're going
YouTube
to release it
timeline.
too.
In the YouTube.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I tripped all over my words, and I do that a lot.
The YouTube cinematic universe. We've already had that conversation.
You picked the wrong podcast co-host. I can't English. And it's going to make our job very complicated.
You need your AI boyfriend to do it for you.
Yeah.
Just everything I say, type it into here.
Let Jason know.
Let Jason.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Okay. What are we talking about today?
What are we talking about?
Did you ask him?
I said how to do a good podcast. He said, choose a topic you're passionate about and you know a lot about, which is a big ask.
That's a lot.
I have a lot of passion, but knowledge. I don't know about that one. Oh, man.
What am I passionate and knowledgeable about?
Oh, also, it told us we should plan our podcast in advance.
Oops.
Here we are.
Did he say anything else?
A lot.
Oh,
There's 7 different points.
We're
But
good.
that one stuck out.
That
to me.
one stuck out the most.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe plan ahead. We're
Maybe.
like, I hear what you're saying,
Yeah.
but no,
Yeah.
I won't. We tried to plan ahead. To be fair, we tried. And by tried, I mean on the way here. We were like, so here's an idea. And then Lee said, no.
Don't talk about it now.
Don't talk about it now. Talk about it later.
Just explain it live.
Right.
Yeah.
But then the problem is now we end up with a really long introductory segment of us just laughing at ourselves.
Bantering.
It's fine.
It's okay.
We'll jump right on in.
Okay, let's go.
You are not on TikTok.
Okay, so I was on TikTok. It consumed an enormous amount of my time.
Doesn't do that to me.
Not at all. It's not your entire job or anything. So I'm not like I'm off it forever, gonna do one of those things. I'm just off it for now.
You just have self-control.
I'm a little busy and I don't have self-control to be on it for 15 minutes and then be like, that's good.
Oh,
No.
no.
So it's gone for now. So as of the last 6 weeks, I'm completely out of the loop with trends. I feel like an old person. I now send you Instagram reels, which is really embarrassing and humbling, but I've embraced it. I'm like, I am the old person that's out of the loop
I love it.
for now. We
I
might
love
jump
it.
back in later.
Well, I did send you a few links
Okay. Yes.
about 20 minutes ago
Yes.
for us to dive into.
Okay.
And I feel like this is like a heavy topic to go in on. Not heavy.
It's all right.
Controversial might be a better way to put it.
Okay.
But when has that ever scared us?
Sometimes it scares me. I don't think you've ever trembled.
Not once.
No.
Never,
not a
ever? Not once?
No, never lost resolve.
I feel like the Hulk in the sense that, like, you know, that in Avengers where he's like, that's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry.
Mm.
That's my secret, y'all. I'm always trembling. I just stare it in the face and I'm like, maybe I can monetize that.
That's good.
If I'm going to be nervous about it, I might as well make
Gain.
money. Right? Okay.
That's fair. I
Yeah.
have a lot of nerves and not a lot of gain. I keep bumping into this.
Yeah, move it.
Okay. I'm just going to move it ever so slightly.
You're fired.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Because I'm leaning in to look at my laptop and then I feel,
No, I think that's fair.
okay.
Okay, so
Lee, is this fair?
You're fine.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm still in my frame.
Yeah.
Trying to play
you made
by
a
all
really
the
big
rules.
deal. You made a really big deal about frame.
Yeah.
So now I'm scared to move. I had a sniffle and I didn't even move away.
It's okay.
I do have to itch my nose though, and I don't want to do that right in front of the mic. Okay.
Okay.
So a couple weeks ago, there was a TikTok posted by someone named Grant
Sykes. I see
Grant
it right.
Sykes.
Yeah.
Caused a big old hullabaloo
Okay.
on the interwebs. I like this. I'm like giving you a debrief. This
Yeah.
is fun. Big old hullabaloo. So Grant is documenting the transition from boy to girl
Okay.
online. Similar to, there's another TikToker who has now become like, I don't know, a White House correspondent of some kind. I've seen a lot of content with that creator, like going to the White House, meeting Joe Biden, doing Christmas specials.
Dylan, right?
Dylan, yes.
Okay. I feel like I know Dylan. I saw stuff about Dylan before I
Right.
was off.
I think
of
Dylan
TikTok.
like pioneered that, or maybe not pioneered. I don't know. I'm sure there's been other people who have like documented their transition.
But definitely the one with the most notoriety.
Yes, for sure. At least right now. Again, I don't really know. And honestly, I don't even really know that much about Dylan. Clearly, I'm trying to like explain what the hell is going on. And
Yeah.
I'm getting lost. Anyway, so Grant is now, I believe, on like day 45 or something, because
Mhm.
we were just looking at the TikTok account like a couple minutes ago. And I think I saw like the top one was like day 44 or day 45.
Okay.
Back on day 12, Grant posts a video sitting in the car being like, day 12 of being a girl, let's go buy tampons, and runs around Target, like vlogging. grabs a box of tampons, takes it out to the car, opens it up, and then is like, oh my gosh, what is this? This is insane. Oh my gosh, you pop this up and like, oh, here, the baby pops out, or you talking about the tampon and like, this goes inside you. Oh my God. Like laughing about it, tossing them around, all this stuff.
I remember he made a comment like, where does this go?
Right.
I was like, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I feel like we're probably going to go back and forth between he and she.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
I don't know. Are we going to go he or are we going to go she? I always try and just say the name.
Yeah.
Because my views on the entire topic vary so much based on who we're talking about. Like Caitlyn Jenner, she. I'll call Caitlyn Jenner she.
Okay.
To me, that makes way more sense than calling like Grant someone who is, and here's what we're talking about, making fun of womanhood and making fun of femininity online. Like it's just
okay.
There's so much there.
Yeah.
There's so much there. And that's the hard part, I think, about social media and like the circus that it's become and how they're using it is I genuinely don't know if they are putting on a show or not. I really have no clue. And I'm sure everybody's going to come for me and be like, how dare you question
their journey
and the identity and, you know, trans women are women and all that stuff. To be 100% honest, I would not put a lot of money on some of these creators being genuine, only because of how popular it is. And so that's why I'm not going to discredit this one specific person, but I am going to discredit the circus of it all a little bit.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think
unless I'm actually able to sit down and talk with that person face to face and like really get to know them, I'm not going to take what they're saying online as gospel truth.
Well, of course not.
When they're getting the notoriety that they're getting and feeding off of that energy, I have no idea what's real, what's not.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just going to use their name.
That makes sense. I think in general, I try to utilize their preferred pronouns.
Right.
I do get mixed up sometimes. So if I do cross that line, it's not me like intentional. Because I think you mentioned this earlier, like sometimes intentionally saying the wrong name or the wrong pronoun feels like you're trying to have this weird power or twist this knife.
Yeah, it's like
that's not really my motivation. I'm genuinely like trying here.
Sure.
And, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to intentionally be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to twist the knife just to do it.
Yeah. But yeah. I agree. The name thing usually works well. If not, I'll just say she or he or whatever.
But
I don't know.
Playing around with a tampon in a car, laughing about it.
Yeah.
And the internet was not thrilled with this at all.
Yeah.
Not like you just go to the comment section of that video. And the thing is, on a lot of the other TikToks posted by Grant, you go to the comment section and they're fairly supportive for the most part.
Okay.
Very positive, uplifting. You go, you got this. I love watching this, all that. This specific video definitely struck a chord. And I think a lot of people would say it ended up on quote unquote the wrong side of the internet, YouTube, the wrong side of TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. I think genuinely this video did an amazing job of highlighting why so many women are getting real fed up with the costume of womanhood being adorned by people that want to use it for their benefit. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Let's do it.
I love it.
It definitely made me uncomfortable when you showed me the video a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
It didn't feel, it's interesting. Okay. I was talking with a friend recently who's, identifies as queer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just because of my Christian beliefs, I don't personally believe all these different things, but I did appreciate that this person came to me and said, even though I know you don't agree with me, I still feel like respected and like I can come to you and talk to you about all these different things. And so I'm like, yeah, I care for you as a person and love you. And I'm glad we have these conversations. And I'm also glad that I have created like enough of a safe space that these people are my friends, like are still like comfortable. Okay. So I wanted to say that first because this is a real life example of someone who identifies with this community that says, hey, I appreciate that I feel safe around you.
Right.
Watching that video made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it does feel like some kind of weird little side quest.
Yeah.
Like I went and got tampons. Ding, 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 ding. Unlock this next step of being a woman.
Next step of being a girl.
And I'm like, well, normally we get our periods first and then we get tampons.
It's so true though.
Like there's if
like,
you want to do
congrats,
womanhood, do
I
it
guess.
a different way though, because like you're biologically like you're not bleeding out of your uterus because you don't have one. Why are you going buying tampons? Like, what is the point of that? It felt so weird, like, and so foreign.
Watching it genuinely. It gives you kind of like this feeling.
I don't know what that is, but I just.
And then there's multiple, honestly, like so many responses to this video on TikTok from other creators, other accounts, pretty much all women, stitching the video, duetting the video, using it as an example to beautifully articulate why it's so uncomfy to watch.
Okay.
And why it feels so demeaning as a woman to watch somebody who was born a male and has lived their life up to this point with that experience to then go and be like, oh, also, this is day 12 of being a girl. This is it. That's all you've experienced thus far. You can say that you've been trans your whole life or you've known since you were a kid, but the reality is that you have been quote unquote living as a woman
for less than 2
you have
weekends.
titled it. As you are publicizing and as you're putting it out there, you have been living as a woman for less than 2 weeks. And here you are like ticking these boxes as if this is like, oh, okay, you're a woman. Great. I can relate to you now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I can't. And I feel like how as women are we supposed to respond to this?
Yeah. Especially, so you showed me the video of him.
Her, him, she.
I'm sorry.
Them.
Of Grant.
Yeah.
Making fun of the people who were getting upset at him.
Yes.
That was really the inciting moment for me because like
then there's other women duetting it and she's
I'm sorry.
Grant
is dodging.
laughing.
Yeah. And laughing and making light of it. But that's so disrespectful. Like here we are like trying to like use the right names and pronouns of this person and they're literally making light of
the community they're trying to join.
Yes.
I think that's because for so long you have the LGBT group, and here's the funny thing too. I have talked to and I've had so many conversations with other people who identify as members of this community who will sit there and tell me like, I am so tired of being lumped into just this one group. And then we get these ideas and these theories and these desires slapped on us. And I don't agree with that. No, I don't think that we as a society should be doing X, Y, and Z. Or no, I don't think that it's appropriate to have these kinds of
But you
conversations.
can't have independent thought.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think what we've been seeing for a really long time is this, and I know that it's definitely a percentage of that community. I know that it's not the entire LGBT, but for a long time, anytime that they've stood up and said, hey, what you're doing is making me uncomfortable. This is devaluing who I am as a person. This is my identity. This is who I am. And this is what it means. And I need you to respect that. And to be fair, it took a hell of a long time for them to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually it was like, you know what? Yeah. Okay. Great. And now we've got the Pride Month. We've got, it's pretty much completely universally and widely accepted as just a normal part of life and a normal part of society. And now it's like coming back in the other direction. And you have men transitioning into women. And I see it, I see it as a woman I'm seeing it mostly in trans women. I am not a man, so I don't know if this happens with trans men and men. But if it is, I'm not hearing about it.
Right.
Where you have men becoming women and then biological women, and I will not say cis women. Sorry, I'm not going to do it. I am 100% in the boat that cis women or cis woman is being turned into a derogatory term. And it's used in a very derogatory way the majority of the time. So I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
You have trans women and biological women, and the women are saying, hey, the way that you're representing womanhood and the way that you're demanding to be let into this community and let into this space and kind of like, it is kind of like a divine sisterhood type feel, right? Like sometimes it's making us very uncomfortable and it's really inaccurate. And I think it's really inappropriate. Let's not do it that way. How about you don't? How about you don't do that? And then of course it comes back and they're like, nope, you have to, we demand that you respect this.
Right.
You have to. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're fired from your job. You're kicked off the swimming team. You're not allowed to compete in sports. You lose your scholarships, like all this stuff. Yeah. No wonder so many women are now standing up and being like, no, fuck it. I'm done. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. There seems to be, and I feel like an attack is like a really strong word to use.
Okay.
But there's definitely a forced shift.
Okay.
Inside of womanhood that I think a lot of women are really uncomfortable with. I don't think that makes them a bigot at all.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Because the moment you have a different thought, even if your intentions are genuinely like, I'm curious or I want to learn this, you're still attacked. And then if you actually have formed an opinion that is adverse, it's just not acceptable, which is really wild and incredibly dangerous. And just the idea that, like you said, they're trying to force their way into, not trying to force, but they're asking us to accept them as a woman. We're like, hey, so as a woman that I've been for so many years and my experiences and all of that has to be silenced, which is just interesting. It's like, okay, well, periods are not fun.
No.
Tampons are not a cute accessory to have in your purse with your lip gloss and your nail polish. It's a painful experience.
Yeah.
It's, it fluctuates. It
can be like an incredibly traumatic experience for a lot of women.
Yes. It's okay. I didn't get my period till much later. I was a late bloomer. I was 17.
Same.
So my younger sister was 4 years younger than me. I barely got my period a few months before she did. And when I did, it was extremely heavy and extremely painful right off the bat. Meanwhile, my sister's having like periods for like 2.5 days and they're nothing. I'm over here like
dying.
Yes. And it was terrible. And I hated every moment of it. And then even with understanding how your cycle impacts your health and how like red blood versus dark blood versus this many days of your cycle versus skipping a cycle. Like there's so much to understand as a woman. And the fact that Grant picked up the box and is like, I guess these drops mean how much your flow is. I was like, and then check, that day of girlhood is done or womanhood is done, and he's on to the next. Grant is on to the next. I'm sorry. It's sad.
Yeah.
And it's weird to think that person, someone younger, is on the internet learning what it means to be a girl from that person.
I know.
I just, it makes me really upset.
I think, okay, so I want to read some of the comments on this video because just the response is interesting, to say the least.
Oh, man.
Okay. Day 12 of being a girl. Let's go buy tampons. Can't tell if this is a joke. Okay. BFFR. Meanwhile, I'm lying in bed paralyzed with cramps due to stage 4 endometriosis. There is literally a tampon shortage and I struggle to find them. I had to buy travel tampons to make it through this month. Someone goes, that's just common sense. What does a string do? BFFR. If you want mine, feel free. I have PCOS, so take it on for me. Spend tons of money on this every month. That'd be great.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm scrolling is because the majority of them is just like, OMG, this is ridiculous. F this. If you really want a reason to buy them regularly, please donate a box or a few to the unhoused people directly or to a charity. One time I had a period for 2 months. I bled so severely at one point that I just sat in the bathroom and let it happen, but I'm glad you're having so much fun. A lot of them are saying, I feel mocked. This is a mockery. This is offensive. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, luckily, you do have some very intelligent women on the internet that have wonderful responses to this. One of my favorites is from Get Real Girlfriend 2.0. And I think I sent you that one. And her response is very similar to what you were just saying. It's like, being a woman means so much.
Yeah.
And yet what we keep seeing over and over and over again from people who want to wear womanhood as a costume is the tiny, trivial, itty bitty parts that are more of an inconvenience than anything else. But you're just going to skip right ahead to that, or skip over all of the stuff that it really, really means to be a woman. And if we don't stand on the sidelines and cheer you on, we're the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like, again, she said in her response, meanwhile, you've got women who have been dealing with like hormone replacement therapy to try and deal with the after effects of birth control because they are infertile and they can't be a mother. And to them, that's what femininity means. And there's this whole cycle of all this crazy shit that goes into being a woman.
Yeah.
And it feels like we're being mocked, honestly.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Just gave me weird feelings. Icky feelings.
Yeah. So what is your take on the idea that femininity and womanhood can't be defined by like stereotypical things, and yet the stereotypical things are usually what trans women gravitate toward and then get mad when we're like, can you stop like wearing womanhood as a costume? And then they come back and they're like, well, I thought womanhood was more than just this. So why can't I just be this? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying. So basically,
like wearing a dress,
right.
putting on lipstick, wearing heels,
Right.
having long hair. These are things that
Doing
society
your
for
nails.
so long has been like, you can be a powerful, wonderful, beautiful woman and you don't have to look like this.
You don't have to do any of that.
You don't have
And
to
then
do
the
any of
moment a
that.
man wants to be a woman, that's what he does.
That's what he dons.
Yeah.
Or she dons.
Yeah.
And then the second we're like, whoa, pump the brakes. We don't really want you to wear our identity as a costume.
Mhm.
And that is what this is feeling like.
It's a weird reversal.
Right.
I don't
Like,
know.
what?
I don't understand it.
It's so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
But like, I get, like, I feel it. What is that? Why have we for so long been trying to push away? And I'm not saying that I agree with that at all. I think that like, I'm a huge divine femininity, all that crap.
Yeah.
Why have we been trying to push away from traditional femininity for so long? And yet that is ultimately what is gravitated towards as quote unquote womanhood.
It's a weird losing battle because
Yeah.
you take a girl,
Mhm.
like I grew up like you're saying, kind of under the notion of you could do anything, right? And especially being a woman working in a man's industry. I work in roofing. Oh my bad. I work in roofing and I'm around men a lot. And even the idea that okay, there's two or three out of 30 plus reps that are, and out of my branch that are women. So that less than a handful. And I'll hear comments from the guys being like, oh, well, you know, these girls, it's just so easy for them because they just get to, you know, a pretty girl knocks on your door, you want to talk to her, like whatever. And I stood up for one of my, so they were talking about her. She was in the other room. I was like, no. She works probably twice as hard as every man here. You do understand that, right? She's extremely organized. She's a go-getter. What she looks like, I'm sure, helps, but no amount of foundation or boob jobs is going to disproportionately affect her work compared to her work ethic. It doesn't, that doesn't matter. And so the fact that I exist in a man's work environment with all the fun that is, yeah, and have to operate outside of my like natural hormonal cycle. That's a big thing. Like I try to plan around it a little bit. Like when I'm ovulating, it's like, all right, let's hit it hard. Let's do this. When I'm in this phase, okay, let's calm down, try to do more organizational work. And I try my best to make the most of it. The idea that I'm like trying to take on so much masculine energy to exist and move and make things happen in the world, in my career and whatever. And then and be told like, okay, you have to take on all these things, right? To be the full woman that you are, the strong, independent woman that you are. And then to have a man turn around and be like, all right, I want to be a woman, so I'm going to paint my nails. Yeah. It's like, you don't understand my experience. Like, I don't know. Like, I know they're marginalized in different ways, but it's still, what I'm going through and what I feel and what I experience doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Like that it exists too. And I just don't think a lot of people talk about it, because if you do, it's almost like you're trying to take the attention away from them, from that community, if that makes sense.
Right.
It's a weird thing. It's even hard to talk about it right now, being like, okay, this is going to be on the internet and people can reference this and pull this up, like whatever. But that's the God honest truth, is that it's, for me at least, is that
Yeah.
I exist in so many, like, in so many different facets. And like, even the idea of, okay, like this period subject, like, was on a roof a couple months ago and started bleeding through my pants. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, gotta go home and deal with this and have a whole situation, all because I'm just a freaking girl. You know?
That's womanhood.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Ridiculousness. Yeah. It was, went into a coffee shop bathroom and I was like, oh, so that's what's happening. Awesome.
Great.
Gotta go home now. Yeah. It's interesting, but I agree with you. It's the very things that we're taught we don't need end up being the identifiers that they utilize to
and then
present
and
themselves.
and it's like society's fucked us, because first it tells us this is not what it means to be a woman. Wearing dresses, pink, looking super girly, painting your nails, having pretty hair.
Even
like, you're so much more than that.
Even presenting in a very emotional way.
Yeah.
You think about that?
Yeah.
These creators are just so expressive and emotional, and being like, but I can be just a woman and not exist in that facet.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's also really interesting.
Yes.
The feminization of their voice and their emotions and their actions, and it's interesting.
No, it's like now I'm like thinking out loud, because I'm kind of like coming to this conclusion like as we're talking. It's just fun, right? Because like it's a podcast. So
it's happening in real time.
Great. Yeah. Society's fucked us, because on one hand, like, it starts off, they're like, hey, this is not what it means to be a woman.
Yeah.
There's so much more to being a woman than this. You can be anything you want to be, and you will always be a woman.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But also, there's a group of people now who really, really want to be women. And so society's like, here's what you need to be a woman. We're going to applaud you. We're going to love you. We're going to accept you and, like, create these spaces for you, and, wear the dress, wear the heels. Yeah, girl, do your nails, do your hair, buy the wig, wear the makeup, like, slay. You look amazing. Like, all this stuff. And then we're all sitting there like, wait, but I've been told that that's not what makes you a woman. And now questioning it and wondering if it's a costume, because that's what I've been told it's my whole life. I've been told that it's a mask. Girl, it's okay. Go faceless, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to wear a mask out there to be accepted. You don't have to get done up to be accepted. You can just be exactly as you are. Doesn't matter what that means. And if that means you want to wear a dress and you want to be weird, like, you want to be super feminine, please, by all means, do that. Love it. You're a woman. That's your prerogative. But you don't have to. And that's not what femininity and womanhood means. Because it's a costume.
Yeah.
It's a mask. It's what society tells you you're supposed to look like. And we got to fight that. We have to fight against that. And now we question it. And now Bob comes into a dress shop one day, puts on a dress, walks out and says, I'm a woman. And we're all like, I was told that's not how that works.
Yeah. Well, of course, because then you ask the question, what makes you a woman? And you're in really hot water. So,
hey, Matt Walsh, if you'd like to come on the podcast,
we'd be happy to have you.
We can set up a chair for you right there.
In the frame.
You'll be in frame. You will. Lee will make extra sure. You're in frame. Oh my gosh. Did you watch that documentary, What is a Woman?
No, but I'm asking Jason, what is a woman?
What's Jason say?
Also, I definitely am going to be renaming my AI. It's not going to be Jason because Jason is my brother. And if I'm going to be dating my AI, that's just not going to work out. We'll figure out a new name.
Jason.
So the first sentence is, a woman is a female human being.
Yeah.
But I think that's really interesting.
Correct.
That an AI would be allowed to say that.
This AI is not very politically correct.
Interesting. Women are typically defined as adults who are biologically female, meaning that they have the physical and biological characteristics that are typically associated with being female. So it used the word typically twice already. This includes having reproductive organs and the ability to bear children. Wow. I'm so proud of you, Jason. Women also tend to have certain physical characteristics that are associated with being female, such as longer hair and more slender build.
Because here's the thing. If you're a dude who wants to wear a dress and have long hair and paint your nails and wear high heels and you want people to call you Susan, fine.
Hello, Susan.
Hi, Susan. What's up? Like,
Yeah.
but, like, oh, now we're going into another circle. Here we go.
Okay.
Like,
Am I ready?
again, society has fucked us because we've been told for so long that, you know, like, even going back to like preschool, no, boys can like pink and girls can like blue. That's okay. You can be a boy that likes pink. That's fine. My son, Leo, he's almost 3. Legitimately, his favorite color is pink. Absolutely loves pink. Now, granted, he was indoctrinated to believe that because his older brother, Jack, whenever there was an option between like blue and pink, like the blue plate or the pink plate or the blue car or the red car, like Jack always wanted blue. So I think he just like brainwashed Leo into thinking like, Leo's like, pink's for me.
Well, every time we used to have these plates from Target and they were blue and pink.
Yeah.
And
it was like a set of like blue and pink plates.
Decided that he wanted the blue pink, or he wanted the blue plate. And Leo wanted the pink plate. And
Jack decided that,
Jack
not Leo.
decided that Leo wanted the pink plate. And Leo, just being
18 months old,
18 months old,
was like, correct.
And he's like,
I do want
all right,
pink
I guess I want pink plates. And then that kind of is where it came from. But it's fine, you know, he likes pink because
he's 3.
His brother likes blue, and
and he likes pink.
And
like
he
whatever.
likes his brother, and his brother told him he liked pink, so now he likes pink.
Yeah. So great. Be a boy who likes pink.
Yeah.
I really don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So they tried to ungender color.
They tried to ungender everything.
Right.
Everything.
But now if you want to be the gender of a woman,
there's a very specific.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, like it pisses me off. Because I'm like, which one is it? What is it? Can we be anything we want to be and still be a woman? Or is there a very specific boundary that we have to exist inside of?
Yeah.
And heaven forbid we ask a question and like are saying like, no, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. Don't think about it.
What do you think? Which one is it? Is there a boundary that we exist inside of, or is whatever? Do whatever you want.
This is hard because I think something for myself, what other people think is kind of up to them. And I'm also a very non-confrontational person, so that's where this is coming from. But
I think that's really why Lee wanted to add a co-host. He's like, you need a damper. Woman.
Welcome. I'm the damper.
Maddie the damper.
It's all right. I've been called worse. So the core of what we're getting to is, what is a woman, right? Is it the pink?
Jason already answered us.
Is it the pink?
Right.
Or is it a biological woman? for me, it's a biological woman.
Yeah, same.
So the idea of how do women exist? Is it in this box? No.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite color is blue. I'm on Team Jack. Okay.
Great.
I do enjoy dressing effeminately and whatever. I don't operate in that all the time. I grew up a very tomboy, kind of masculine, playing outside with bugs and dirt and frogs and
That's
fish.
another thing that like doesn't exist anymore. Tomboys.
Yeah. Which is interesting. That hadn't occurred to me actually. I grew up super tomboy. And so for me, it's like, no, a woman is however this expresses itself. But I am a woman. Now, if a man wants to say that he identifies as a woman, then we would call that a trans woman, right?
Yeah.
Great. You're a trans woman.
Right.
I'm a woman. I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Yep. I wholeheartedly agree.
If he or she is taking particular costume-esque, character-esque little pieces of Barbie and saying that that's a woman, I guess for you.
Right.
Not for me.
Right.
That's not what being a woman is.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
That's as nice and concise as I can say that.
Yeah. I think that there are definitely trans men and women out there who are living a life that is genuinely fulfilling to them, that are doing so in a way that is as respectful as they possibly can, that have, like respected the process in such a way that you'd never know what was going on if you passed them on the street or even had a conversation with them.
Yeah.
And to me, that is like, I can really respect that to a certain extent, because there's always going to be like crazy extremes in every situation. But I can almost like sit there and be like, you know what? Yeah, great. You do you, live your life, man, or woman, whichever one I'm talking to. I think specifically it is people who turn womanhood into a role, into a costume, into something that they can laugh at and like get views on, because they are adopting a very specific type of woman, this stereotype that women have been trying to break free of for so long. And then they step into it and it's like, oh,
and they're moving so
it.
fast and they're doing it so quick, and it's I'm trying to say not the word costume. There was another word I had in my brain that now escapes me.
Ask Jason.
Are almost like a cartoon of a woman,
a caricature.
Yes, a caricature. Thank you. Yeah. And it's silliness and it's outrageous and it's rude.
It is. It's rude.
It's rude. So rude.
It's rude. It's offensive. It's belittling. It's demeaning. Just straight up. That's what it is.
Yes. This is supposed to be a journey of empowerment, and you're making it extremely demeaning for biological women. Yeah. Yes.
And you can stand there and say that, no, that's so offensive. You can't say that. You're demeaning them. You don't know their journey, their struggles. You don't know what they're thinking of. Great. Fine. Yeah. But guess what? We are both human beings. We are peers for the most part. We're standing at the same level. We're standing eye to eye. And I am telling you that what you are doing is incredibly offensive and it's incredibly rude to me, and by proof of the internet and the response that a lot of women had to the tampon gate. Yeah. Clearly. Yeah. That was wrong. That was offensive. That was rude. Like you said, I love rude. I think you nailed it. And granted, so I do think Grant like made an apology video or something.
Okay.
Is that what we watched? Or were we watching something else?
I didn't see an apology.
I don't remember. I honestly, there might be an apology video. There might not be. What I'm thinking of, if I'm thinking of it correctly, was an apology video. It looked.
No. He made a video addressing Dylan, saying, "I'm not copying you. I apologize if it comes off like that." He's
Well,
like,
I don't care.
He's like, I'm not trying to make a mockery of this journey.
Oh, got you.
I'm not trying to copy Dylan. That's what I saw.
Thought Grant was making an apology video about the tampon thing.
The only reaction I saw him make to the tampon thing was dodging someone trying to hit him.
That's why I thought I thought Grant was going in a completely different direction.
No, I didn't see that. Maybe.
Well, then whatever.
I mean,
screw you. I don't care anymore. But like,
so you know what? Actually, never mind.
I was gonna say
something
thanks
nice
for trying to apologize, but it didn't land. But you didn't even try. So never mind. Never mind.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Do you remember what I was saying, Lee? Anyway. He said no.
Okay.
Anyway, no, I think overall, if you want to be feminine, I don't care. Please do that. Please be that. But don't mock women. Don't wear us as a costume. And whether it's done intentionally or not, if women come to you and say, whoa.
This is not the way to do this.
This is not the way to do this.
Listen.
Yeah. Please. There's a great analogy that I heard a while ago, and I don't remember who said it, and I don't remember the context, but I'm going to use it in this one.
Okay.
And that is, if there is a table of people and they've been sitting there for, say, an hour playing a game, whether it's a card game, a board game, bananagrams, whatever. Bananagrams. Maddie loves bananagrams. She's so good at it. It's infuriating.
We should just have an episode of
just word play bananagrams. So let's say they're playing bananagrams. There's 4 people sitting there. They've been playing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And a 5th person walks up and wants to sit down and join the game. Yes, absolutely. You can 100% sit down, join the game, but you got to play by the rules.
Yeah.
That's it. You just have to respect the rules. You have to respect what has been established there over the last hour. But if you sit down and start moving pieces that aren't supposed to be moved, or you
going out of turn, telling people they're playing wrong, even though they've been playing the game for an entire hour, you bring new whatever. No, sorry, that's not how that works. We're going to tell you, whoa, hang on. No. That's not how you do it. Actually, you got to wait till your turn and then you can move the red piece. Yeah.
And then if you say, oh, all right, cool, please play.
Yeah.
But if you say, no, that's not how I play the game, we're going to say, great. Well, then you can go play a different game because this is what we're playing. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here is you have this table that's like half the population and a lot of people are trying to join. And granted, not the whole table is in agreement on anything ever. But there is a big percentage of them that's like, we're like, hey, so that's not really what we've established here.
Mm-hmm.
But, they still get shit on just for asking a question, just for being like, wait, I thought we were playing this game. It's like, how dare you even ask what game we're playing? Like, that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
I'm out of frame. Sorry.
Don't go out of frame.
Anyway, any closing thoughts here? I feel like we should probably wrap this up.
It up. No, it was good. It's touchy, but I'm glad.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we went there. I am curious to see the responses to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. I mean, that's kind of just the whole point. We're just here to have conversations.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you want to plug any socials?
My Instagram is @ChampagneSydney, and I'll plug it because I cleaned it.
You did. It looks so nice. It looks all fresh and new.
Yeah.
And snazzy.
It's very much going to be
It's very artistic.
Okay.
I like it.
But here's the thing. I'm stepping away from that a little bit.
Okay.
So my Instagram used to be very curated, very specific about what I posted, when I posted. And it was never, I don't know. It was never just like, this is what I did today. It usually was like, I'm planning out these little posts and da-da-da. So I'm stepping into the new year. We'll see how long this lasts. It might just be like a month or two, but I'm just going to kind of.
You're going more for like a diary vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
All
right.
So yeah, there you go.
Amazing.
Might be a lot, might be a little. Right now there's only one post on there. So,
well, I'm excited to have you here as a co-host.
Yes.
This is going to be great.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. We're going to have a lot of fun.
I think so.
We're going to release episodes every other week.
Yes.
They right now are just on YouTube, but the plan, I believe, I ask you this every time. I think we're going to start getting them on Spotify.
Spotify would be cool.
Are we doing like Apple Podcasts or anything? I don't know. You have a mic. You can tell me what's going on.
Yeah, we'll be on probably the places that you get
podcasts.
Great.
But yeah, right now on YouTube.
Nice.
Joe the Mama Podcast. You know where to find me. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, all the above. Actually, just those.
And in my phone as the boyfriend.
Yes. Correct. All right.
It's
been fun.
Until next time.
See you later.
Bye.